Hello, my name is Florence Rosario,
I am Manny Rosario.
and we currently live in South Florida in the Miami area, and we have a project. So at the moment, we live in a three-bedroom, two-story house, which is a lot too big for us. And we want to change our life and do something different. I'm a teacher. I work full-time as a French and Spanish teacher. And
I work for a university and I work in IT. I'm what's called a network engineer.
okay, so we both have good jobs, which we enjoy normally, but we're, let's say, in our 50s or close, for some of us. And we've, even though we realize that we have good jobs, that our life is not bad at all, we also think that it's not really fulfilling. We want to be together more. We actually would like to be able to spend all our time together. And of course, with our jobs, well, that doesn't really work. And so we have plans to do things a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly that. And also, we would like to, because the kids are big now or they're grown, and we would like to be more mobile. I am originally from Puerto Rico.
And I'm from France.
And she is from France. Our families are in those different places. We have also family. I have also family in South Florida, in the area of South Florida. So those are three places that we would like to make sure that as we get older, we visit more often and we share more with our family and friends. And right now, if you hear a sound and you hear the coqui, anybody who knows about Puerto Rico, that's the famous frog that is a little frog and sings coqui in the nighttime. And right now we are here in Puerto Rico, in my house that I grew up in. But as an example of things that happen, my mom, who is an older person, she's not, she's sick right now. She's not doing well, but she's older. It's understandable, and we need to take care of her. And one thing that at the moment we find ourselves in a dilemma is that we have jobs and we have to be in between there and here, meaning right now between South Florida and here. And I have a brother, an old brother, and he has a job and he has to travel also. That's what I'm here. And this that I'm saying is something that is not new for anybody who of certain age. Is not unique, but the feeling of not being able to do what they want to do when they want to do it, or to be actually I wouldn't say unnecessarily attached, but attached to certain way of living because of the structure that many of us live is not new and is something that I think everybody can relate to. Again, idea of, I say of certain age, and you're gonna you're gonna hear that I jump from English to Spanish to French because I
Yeah, we speak
practice.
also.
Yeah, we speak those three languages. I speak Spanish and English, and of course with Florence I have learned more and more French, and I work on my French, and she speaks the three already since a long time ago, but she practices her Spanish with me, and so this is us. As the videos go, we can speak more about our goals, but the main situation or the main idea of our videos is going to be our lives and the transition from being people of certain age and wanting to live with more freedom and simplicity also.
Yeah, so I want to add to what Manny was saying. So the situation that we are in now, it kind of reinforces what we want to do. Because at the moment it's very complicated for us to get time off. For me being a teacher, it's also a lot of work. Actually, taking time off for me means that I have to prepare extra work, and then when I come back, it's even more to catch up, and it's also really not fair on the kids. And so this kind of reinforces the plan that we have, that we really would like to be together. The situation also means at the moment that sometimes Annie has to go alone, and then I have to stay behind because I don't have that much time off because I'm a teacher. And he also has obviously limited amount of time. So at this point, we're thinking maybe we would need to move here temporarily and then, change everything. And we're thinking, well, if we were in the life that we want to be in, that would not be a question because we would kind of be ready.
Correct.
And the plan is to figure out our finances and our life to live way more simply. A 3-bedroom house for us is ridiculous. It costs a lot of money. It's a lot of stuff, just stuff that we don't need. So we want to really downsize and live more simply, just have less clothes, have less of everything really that everybody naturally accumulates when you live in a house, period. So the purpose of this channel is for you to follow us, to see how our adventure kind of goes, like what happens in the next few weeks, few months, few years. Maybe there'll be different seasons depending on what we're doing, how things evolve for us. And then also for us to connect with people who have similar ideas, and then for people to learn from our experience and hopefully our successes and errors maybe. So that you don't do the same thing, and just to see how we can make this work.
Yeah, the idea of the channel actually comes after the idea that we already had been planning of downsizing, making things more simple for us, and being able to be more mobile. And as we thought about it, we noticed that what is called now is van life or camping life. It's a very good option for us, especially if we do it in the United States and Europe, because they're countries that are big and we can be mobile in different areas in different countries and still have enough of, let's say, for example, a connection to the internet and certain things that are needed to continue a channel, for example, because the channel is one of the ideas, because since we want to be mobile, since we want to be able to make money there's a certain way without having to be necessarily in one place or working just on one job. A channel is one of them, and what I'm saying, this one is not necessarily that. This one is for people to follow what we're doing, but there's one that she has that is one that she teaches French, and there's one that I have that I haven't put out yet, but it's going to be more about my opinions about going to college or not. I've been working for colleges and universities in the United States for more than 25 years now, and I have things to say about it. And these are different ways of that we're considering. We at the same time follow the people who are doing different ways of making money, and we are learning from them. Many of them are way younger than us, which is super funny.
Yeah, so our hope would be to live in a van, either here for a while or in Europe. I mean, originally we were thinking of Europe, but maybe that's going to happen later. But we both don't feel that we're at the age where we just want to retire and do nothing.
It's not.
So the internet, obviously, we want to create things that are more or less passive, or that we can kind of add to as we go along, and that's where all the online stuff comes into it. But we're also, very happy to maybe, drive somewhere in a camper van and work for a season somewhere, or get a part-time job in one place that we like, so that we can discover that place a little bit better. So we don't want to just do nothing. We just want to really have a life where we can be together all the time, where we have a certain freedom, or like if tomorrow something happens, we need to go somewhere, we can go. And it doesn't mean that, okay, so now we don't have a job anymore, we have no income, we don't know what to do. We want to be in that position where we're not making millions. If we do make million, well, I mean, great. But the plan is like really to make enough so that we can live off of what we do. online of like little jobs, little things. I mean, online classes, whatever,
and it's
whatever
still
can help
being
us.
enough. It's still, we're looking forward to still being enough where we put for savings and things like
Right.
that. It's not just like living necessarily just in a. I think that this term is shoestring or something like that. Just like
Yeah.
nothing. It's just simply more simple and also with consideration of ourselves, also of what we like to do. We both like the beach a lot,
Yeah.
and we like to many times be by the ocean. But again, it's not something where we're just retiring and we just want to afford our retirement. It's not necessarily that. Like Florence said, it's not just online. I would like, we can go in a van or camper van and be in a place and actually just go to work in the mornings like everybody else, and work in a season for a season or for a
Yeah,
contract
for a
or
temporary
project,
job, yeah, exactly.
temporary job.
Or for
It's-
things that maybe we believe more in, like maybe
Yeah,
it could
yeah.
be to
It's
help
just-
nature somewhere or
Correct.
whatever.
Exactly. It's just something that, especially people of our certain age, I don't see doing that much. At least the ones that I grew up when, or thinking that way, they're still thinking in the term of, finishing their job, retiring, and then, sometimes I have friends who have asked me, how many years is it that you have left? When is that you can retire and all that? And, when the kids were growing and all that, I wasn't thinking, I was just working. It was kind of the same for Florence. She was just working and just living at the moment. You think about retirement and things, but if you want to be mobile, sometimes that doesn't match. And I think we are in a new world right now, which is mobile.
Yeah, and now
And,
it's possible. If
yeah,
a
and
few
it's
years ago it
possible,
was probably
Yeah.
possible to, but a little bit harder. Now
Yeah.
there's ways to make it much more reachable, I think, for a lot
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah.
And so that's right. What we forgot to say is that we have 2 cats also,
Yeah.
and
The cats. The
they're
cats
coming
are
wherever
coming
we're
to
going.
come.
So,
Yeah,
the
that
cats
there
are.
has to be
Yeah,
space
so we
for
have
the cats.
a
Yeah,
little
that is true.
old Caroline who's 12 and a half, close to 13 now. And then we have a new little addition who's 3 years old, who's called Denzel Azari, but we call him Denzel.
Yeah.
And we'll introduce them to you
Yeah.
in a next video. at some
Yeah,
point.
they will be in some of the videos for sure.
Yes, if you can
And-
catch them, or Caroline mostly.
Yeah. So
So
well,
yeah,
that's it. That's the beginning of it, and you can, when these videos come out, you can put comments and give you suggestions.
yeah, so subscribe to the channel so that you
Yeah.
can know what's going on.
Okay.
We'll try to post videos on a regular basis. At this point, we're just starting, so we're gonna
Yeah.
have to see exactly when. But definitely, when there's any events, there will be something. But we also, we want to document what we're doing, because I think that we're gonna learn a lot through this
Mhm.
experience, and I think it can maybe help a lot of people to fulfill maybe a similar dream, or to learn from
Or give you
what we're
ideas,
doing for our experience, and give ideas.
Yeah, of ours.
We kind of got a lot of ideas from a few of the channels that we visited,
Mhm.
and so that's it. That's our first
Okay.
video. That's our introductory video to the channel, and we hope to see you soon. Give us a thumb up, please, and tell a couple of your friends about us, and subscribe.
Bye bye.
Bye. See you soon.
Bye.